Okay, I'm here with Avinash Kaushik, who probably has one of the coolest job titles I've ever heard of. Why don't you tell us about that?
I am the analytics evangelist for Google, and I have a blog called Occam's Razor.
Evangelist, it's a very unconventional title. What exactly does that entail?
My role at Google is very much to evangelize the field of analytics and talk a lot about how people can use data to create better websites and better experiences on their websites, and how people can use data to create customer-driven sort of websites. But also, I spend a lot of time with the various different analytics tools at Google, and how can we create better tools that present data in ways that are easy for anyone to understand. You don't have to be a hardcore mathematician or data mining or statistician to make use of good data on your website. We want to create tools that help you understand performance a lot better. Because in the end, if you understand data better, you can actually make better decisions.
So we had to move our interview because the security guard didn't like our filming inside.
Vous avez l'autorisation?
Non, c'est juste une petite entrevue pour mon site web.
Pourquoi? C'est pas l'autorisation.
So when you're evangelizing Avinash,
Yes.
I take it your main target market is someone who is not super savvy, or am I wrong?
No, I think it spans the spectrum. You will find very big companies, very small companies. I think one of the things that Google Analytics has really empowered is anybody who wants access to really world-class analytics can now have it for free. Now we have all kinds of people using data, not just big companies, but small companies and mom and pops. They're using Google Analytics to figure out how they can create better websites and sell better to their customers. And for me, I don't think that the size of the website matters. Every single website of any size can use data to listen to their customers better. So for example, my blog, but I use the data from the 4 different analytics tools I have on it to truly understand what do people like reading, where do these people come from, how do people find me in search engines, because it helps me become a much more informed blogger, and so I can write stories that people find more interesting and hopefully extend my brand out a little bit more.
What is a day at work for Avinash?
I do a bunch of speaking engagements at major conferences. I would say at least half of my day is actually spent with the people who build and create tools and work with them to figure out how best to present data so it's easy to understand and easy to take action on, even though there is a lot of complexity behind the scenes, so we can actually give you the nuggets of insight you need to take action. And also, I spend a bunch of time thinking sort of where the web is heading and what's sort of Web 2.0, 3.0, 9.0. For example, web analytics tools, they don't track comments very easily or RSS. So one of the things that I'm currently working with a small group of people is how do we actually create content no matter where it shows up? Content is consumed everywhere on the web. It could be on my website, but the same content could be in the RSS feed. It could be syndicated by somebody else. How do we then truly measure success? What does it mean? Or I'm working on another little project to figure out how do you do multi-channel analysis, because the web is such a small portion still of a lot of big companies, and you can measure your 2% conversion rate, but that doesn't account for everything else that you're having in terms of an impact. So at the end of the day, I think web analytics will morph into business analytics with TV, with print, now with DoubleClick, with radio. We've done some very exciting things actually recently in Google Analytics to allow you to track your audio campaigns much better. So you're running all these audio ads, and you can track actually what stations, what times, how many ads, what is showing up, and then what is the effectiveness in terms of converting people either on your website or through other channels. And now in Google Analytics, you can track that. At the end of the day, the job with analytics, using any tool, is to help marketers and business leaders make better decisions. And really, that sort of is the exciting part of my job.
Less wasted resources.
That's exactly right. And at the end of the day, I don't think that any advertiser is successful unless the customer is successful, and that sort of drives Google. At the end of the day, you have to be able to add core business value. You have to make a ton of money so that advertising channel is of value. So at the end of the day, success for any company comes from massive success of its customers. And I think data plays a key role in doing that. Advertising used to be a faith-based initiative, you know. You used to take out ads in newspapers and used to think, well, that's kind of great. You know, maybe we made money from it, but there isn't much accountability there. The web changes all that, and I think what web truly empowers is accountable advertising, and data is a key part of that. The things that I do is we bring a new layer of accountability to advertising, because at the end of the day, it needs to get a lot more accountable than it is today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Avinash Kaushik. You can find him at Occam's Razor?
Occam's Razor, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.